This is very minced
What is
meat
Yeah.
is different than a minced meat pie.
Correct.
I
Like-
said this on the podcast, and not the mincemeat is fruit.
Yeah. Mincemeat is fruit.
It's fruit, America.
It's spiced fruit. Yeah. So
Wow.
but we don't really call it a mince meat pie. We just call it a
Right.
mince pie.
A mince pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has spiced fruit in it. And I actually used Paul Hollywood, whatever his name
Yes.
is.
Oh, God.
I used his recipe.
No
Ooh.
soggy bottoms
No
there.
soggy bottoms.
No soggy
No.
bottom.
Wait, so you watch Bake Off?
I don't not like religiously, but I have watched it a bit. Yeah.
Do you know that was she like second or third season? Nancy Birtwistle.
I don't know who that.
This one lady who won. I think it was second or third season. One of the early ones. She has the best Instagram ever. I'm not kidding. Yeah, if you want to know how to upcycle your leftover egg yolks, or you want to know what to do with all of your extra butter, she's so good. And she also has all these weird, like eco-friendly, like she taught me that if I wanted to clean my oven rack out, that I could just go put it outside in the yard in the grass for a day, and you bring it back inside, and the dew and everything in the grass, it just makes everything wipe itself away. And she did it, and I about pissed myself. I thought she was insane. I'm like, well, maybe it's just like lush British forest. I can't imagine that being a real thing.
I wonder if you can do that with more things.
I know. You put your dog outside for 24 hours, you come
I don't
back
know.
in, and they're just like real clean.
Yeah.
Your baby.
Yeah. Your ex-boyfriend. It's like, okay.
Is there anything you bake that you're like, is it the mince pies
Well,
that you're
basically,
your
that's
favorite?
the only thing I can bake.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but if it was like a mince pie competition, I might do okay. But other things, I'm just like a one-trick
16
pony
rounds
here.
of mince pie.
Yeah.
Is it like the... Is it the I find like I hate reading recipes, so that's why I like to cook, not bake. So I'm like,
Yeah.
just like give me the stuff, I'll do it. Is it because you're just like you think you're generally bad at it, or is it you need to like create?
I just haven't really tried. I don't know why. I've just started doing this mince pie thing this year.
Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it kind of did come out of nowhere. I haven't really ever tried to bake anything else, but I've got pretty good at the mince pie. So that would be my offering.
I just I want a pie.
But
I
yeah,
want
it
tiny pies.
seems like the whole baking thing is really like maths. It's like all measurements, and you
I
can't
don't
make
do
that shit
that.
up. You
No.
have to do it like they
No.
tell you.
People with creative brains are either like stupid good at math because they have like photographic memories or whatever the way they create is based on like images, but like hands-on people, I can't. No, absolutely not.
I thought I didn't like maths for a long time, but it turns out all music is maths.
Ooh, what? Explain.
I know. Yeah. Well, it's complicated, but trust me, it is.
It's math. It's math.
Yeah.
That's genius.
Complicated.
I never heard about it.
Yeah.
like that.
Like everything is.
There's like a formula, feel like.
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
for things. And when I came, there's like the whole Nashville number system thing, which was something that I didn't do in England so much. And I came to Austin, and everybody starts yelling numbers at you at gigs, and you have to know what that means. So, yeah.
Wait,
they're
like
the intro to this is a 5511.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
That means something. That means it's the 5 chord and then the 1 chord.
Wow.
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna next music convention. Let's just run into places and start yelling numbers, and see what happens.
I'll just
Only
end up
below
screaming
8.
football
Yeah.
plays.
Only 1 to 7. You don't need to. Yeah. Don't go above
so I
7.
Can't, like,
You'll
yell,
give
like,
yourself away.
69, 420. Like, except I don't know. Maybe in Austin that would mean something. But no.
I'm like blue 42 down. Shit. Not it.
All right. I have a question from at rough out here for a pup. Cute. This is for a question for your dog.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
answer on his behalf.
Your answer on his your
busy.
dog's name is
Flaco Jimenez.
Flaco.
Hernandez?
Flaco Jimenez.
Jimenez.
After the accordion player from San Antonio.
Oh my God! Well, Flaco with a lot of exclamation points. Your style is lit with the lit signs. How do you keep your British fashion up over here?
Well, Flaco's from San Antonio.
Oh, good.
So
He doesn't.
So he doesn't.
But
Hard out here.
this Christmas, 2 people did buy him a present of clothes and didn't buy me one.
And then by
nothing. But the dog got 2 new outfits.
I've
so.
heard that when you
Isn't
have
that-
kids, people just give your kids shit. They don't
Yeah.
give you
Yeah.
anything anymore.
well, isn't that good?
I did that to my friend this Christmas. Actually, she had
Yeah.
a baby, and I sent the baby a present and not her.
Yeah. Well,
So
I
I'm-
mean,
I'm
that's
as-
better.
I'm as
You're
guilty.
saving them money, I feel like.
Yeah.
Do you get that? Like when you walk down the street with your dog, people automatically start talking to your dog
Yeah.
and forget that you're there?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm one of those people who do that. I automatically start talking to the dog, and then I'm like, oh, hi, can I touch your dog that I've been touching for 15 minutes?
Yeah, 45 minutes later, the cops are there. Kim's just rolling around on the ground in handcuffs.
Not
still
wearing
going,
clothes.
"Juju, come
You're just
here.
like, oh, what's happening?
Oh, you're so cute. They're dragging her away.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. No,
Call
that's not a
me.
thing.
Yeah,
I
no.
saw the sticker that you had of you and Flacco.
Yep.
That is 1, adorable. 2, I want to know who made it.
I can't remember why that I had a silhouette of me before, and then I can't remember who suggested that I should have add the dog on there, but my friend Kyle actually did the design for it. Kyle, whose surname I can't remember right now.
Kyle, artist, sticker
Kyle,
man.
he's a really dear friend of mine and a
That's
great
his
bass
handle.
player.
Yeah.
Kyle, the sticker man. We'll
Sticker
call him
man.
Wow,
I
that's
like
cool.
that. Ooh. I see, like, I was hoping maybe they probably like worked at Etsy or something, like dogs sell. Put a dog on it. Slap a
Yeah.
dog on it. It'll
Oh,
sell
yeah.
like hotcakes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Have it like donate to a rescue center. Nothing. But it has a dog on it. Yes.
Absolutely.
Here for it. Are you guys ready to hear some more music?
Yes.
All right, keep it going for
Yes.
Sophia Johnson, ladies and
And-
gentlemen.
I can't. Yeah.
Go. Well, go on and take a ticket. Can you get those papers signed? We're gonna need some evidence that you will toe the line. 'Cause there's rules and regulations, subsections B through S. Now would be a good time if you've anything to confess, Mr. Government official. I'll tell you who I am. I'm a guitar slinger lord and I come from Birmingham. And I left everyone I loved and everything
Let's give it up.
If you enjoyed that, give up your dollars in the buckets.
Yeah.
That was a tip shame.
Let's do a quick slate
Oh, yeah, sorry.
for the camera. Nope. I can't clap because I'm holding a microphone.
Here, ready? I'll hold. You clap. That was a slate.
There you go.
Welcome to the film business, y'all.
Woo! All right.
Next up is sexism. Okay, wait.
Hey.
I'm going to let you sit with that one. Thank you. Okay, we are going to do the interview portion of our show today. This is a very not boring interview because Kim and I cannot possibly be boring.
No, I have great questions.
Even asleep, we are interesting.
That's
So is Sophia.
okay.
Kim, you start. I like when you start.
Okay. You like it when I take the
I do,
charge.
I do.
Relationships. Sexism. So how do you feel? Okay. So you perform in a lot of bands
Yep.
around town.
Yep.
Do you ever feel like it's too much? Do you ever feel like you want to do more? Or
Yeah, I don't often feel like I want to do more. Like I did 31 gigs in December. That
Yeah.
was enough.
yeah, I feel that
Yes.
just in
That
December.
was weird. That was weird.
That's crazy.
That was an unusually busy December. Sometimes I do worry about like being focused, where my focus is at. But I came here to like learn to be a better guitar player, and being a hired gun in lots of bands makes you like it throws you into a lot of scenarios where you just like are forced to think on your feet, and I definitely think that has helped my guitar playing loads. So
Definitely see it because you're an amazing guitarist.
oh,
She brilliant.
Yeah. Yes.
thank you.
The truth.
But I do have the two projects that I'm hoping to like put a lot of focus into this year are with I have a project called Tiger Alley with my friend Katie Cox,
Yes.
who is a phenomenal fiddle player, and we made a little EP last year, and I'm hoping that we're going to make a record together this year, a full length thing. And then I also have a project with a steel guitarist called Rose Sinclair, and that project's called Ida Red, and that too I want to focus a lot on this year. But it's different for me where I have there's things where I'm just a hired gun, and then I'm not creatively like that much contributing to
Yeah.
it.
Right.
I'm just like being a side woman
Yeah.
and playing guitar for people. And then there's the things that actually I'm creatively heavily involved in. So I try and balance. I've also got to earn a living. I get paid to play guitar.
Right.
So
It's pretty great.
yeah. So I can't afford to turn down work, you know.
Yeah, I
like,
think it's one
Yeah.
of those like that's a common misconception, and I think in any part of the entertainment industry or the arts industry is like, well, why aren't you selling paintings, or what, why aren't you being the lead in this show instead of doing costume or something, or why aren't you?
Right.
Well, I don't know, Mom, you're not a casting director, that's why.
Yeah.
But two,
Yeah.
also it doesn't work out like that. Like unless you're Meryl Streep or Jamie
Yeah.
Page or something, you're not like you don't you want to work.
Yeah.
You gotta work.
Yeah, you got to work, so you take what's kind of
Yeah.
what's being offered to you. At
And
the
she's
time.
working, so pay her.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah,
it
like what do
works.
you pay doctors? Money. What do you pay lawyers? Money. What do you pay artists? Exposure. What?
Yes. I can't pay my rent, but I can sing for you.
Yeah,
Does
if only that
work?
still worked. Like we were on some weird cruise ship with Shirley Temple, and that's somehow how we could like pay our dues. Just
Yeah.
dee 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 dee, and like that's it. You're done. You're amazing. Oh my God.
Yep.
You
God, I
fulfilled
wish.
us. No. Speaking of what, you're obviously an incredible guitarist. We hit that, but you have an ability to switch genres, being a hired gun. And also
Yeah.
just your general sound is so full of different influences. Is there an influence that your fans would be surprised you are into, like a genre you don't necessarily play but you love? Or
I guess I don't play any classical guitar anymore, and that's how I trained, like
Wow.
doing classical. And I did for a while. I was quite into flamenco guitar, but that's really, really hard.
Yes.
And I kind of realized that I would have to kind of give up all my other things and go and move to Spain and just immerse myself in that. Again, it's maths, because the whole flamenco guitar is built around the compass, which is like a 12-beat rhythm cycle. Instead of most of the music I play is in 4 or 3, and in flamenco, it's all built around these 12-beat rhythm cycles, which was brain melting to me. So
yeah, no, you're saying
and that's
numbers
music.
to me. Yeah,
Yeah, that's stuff I love, but I don't really play a whole lot of that anymore. But I have like a whole load of classical guitar technique that I don't really use anymore. But that was like I studied pretty intensively, studied that through till I was about 19, 20.
wow.
And then I switched to using a pick, and now I play like all kinds of American roots music, really.
Yeah. Was there a point where you wanted to like make that switch? Because for me, I'm not sure, but is Western music big over there in the UK, or?
It was big in my household because my dad is a steel guitar player and banjo player and dobro player. So I grew up listening to country music like as thinking that was normal, which it wasn't for everyone. I went to school and everyone's like, they do not know who Hank Williams is.
Yeah.
But I guess that I wanted to be in a band, and I wanted to. Classical guitar is kind of solitary, and there's like you can play with an orchestra. Like there's like a guitar concerto that you could play, but I wanted to be in bands, and playing nylon string classical guitar fingerstyle just wasn't really conducive to doing that, and I really wanted to like play lead guitar in bands, and so I kind of realized to do that I'd have to kind of change my technique and my focus. And I sort of fell in love with bluegrass and with gypsy jazz, with Django Reinhardt guitar playing and flat picking bluegrass style, and both of those things are heavily plectrum oriented. So I ended up making that change must have been about 17, 18 when I kind of my focus shifted.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Dang.
I love that you grew up with that, and then
Yeah.
you get that influence from your dad too. That's really cool.
Yeah, he didn't like. I think there's a misconception that maybe my dad like locked me and my sister in a cupboard and like forced us to like play country music. We didn't. We chose, which is possibly worse. We chose it of our own volition.
Yeah. That's when that's when you disappoint your parents.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You saw what it did to me.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, my dad tried doing stand-up comedy and failed, and then when I decided to do stand-up comedy, he was like, "Oh God!" He's like, "Why can't you just be a stripper or something?"
My good
and
God.
I'm just like, "Well, here
Do
we go."
something that'll make some money.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No, I told my mom that I wanted to be a performer, and she was like, "Just be really good at it." That's all she said. Just be really good at it. Don't. And I was like, "That sounds so
I love pep talks
Woo,
from family
yeah.
members.
rah rah sis boom nah" from Linda on that one. Okay, I want to know what you miss the most about the UK.
Paul Hollywood.
Probably food things. Weirdly, Indian food.
Right?
Yeah, 'cause
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
from Birmingham, and like post gig food, we would just always go for curry,
Yeah.
and so I really miss Indian food. I miss BBC Radio 4, which I would listen to permanently, and now I have to like podcast everything, and
Yeah.
I can't just have it on the whole time. The
Constantly,
BBC iPlayer, which is you can try and fool them and like get a VPN, all that stuff, but no, you can't unless you like live in England and pay the TV license. You can't have the BBC iPlayer, which and I do miss that too. So the BBC and curry, those
It's
are
not the
things.
healthcare.
Oh my God, that totally should have been the first answer. Sorry.
No, you did it
Revise
right.
that.
You did it
Healthcare,
right.
free healthcare. That is absolutely
first,
Curry,
always.
Yeah.
curry over healthcare.
Always.
Curry over healthcare for that one.
Yeah.
Yes. No, that's true. Actually, when I visited the UK this year, I realized just how much better it just being that much closer. How much how much that means. Like, not that I don't love my Teji's Indian. That's my favorite place for chicken tikka, but whew, it's so much better in the
Yeah,
UK.
it's got to be. What do you miss the least?
English people.
You're
You
not
heard it
competing
here
for cute
first.
accents.
No, that's harsh. The weather is shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of. There's like an attitude that I like when I first moved here, I really noticed a difference in the people. Like, and somebody said, "Well, it's because it's like American and British." Like that really struck a chord with me. Like that, it's like as if when I said I was moving, a lot of people were like, "Well, that won't work. You'll be home." So if you've got the temerity to think you could just go and live in America and work, like there was a lot of negativity, whereas like about being in the arts and about, but especially that I wanted to go to Texas and play country music for Americans. A lot of people thought that was a really stupid idea, and
I think it's brilliant.
yeah, there's just like it's like kind of like I like the American. There's a positivity about maybe I'm just hugely generalizing and I'm full of bullshit, but I feel like
It's like terminal confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't touch me, I'm American. Oh, damn. It's why people love us and subsequently why a lot of people hate us. It's a thing. We get puff up. Just whatever. Drape an American flag around your shoulders. No one will question you.
Nope.
No. Jumping off a cliff, put that flag on. Walking into Walmart, put that flag on. Going to Chili's,
put that flag on. Yeah. Do you miss Liz?
The Queen?
Yes. I thought it was so funny that on your Instagram you would call Queen Elizabeth Liz.
First name basis.
And you were just like, hey, gotta go, Liz. And I'm just like, this is great. I love it.
That was a joke with somebody about calling her Liz. I had forgotten about that. Yeah. I am not. It's funny. Americans always seem to know way more about the royal family than I do. They tell me stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. Oh my God,
Jordan,
that wind is so
open
cold.
the door. Everyone, that was Jordan. Podcast, you don't know what's happening, but a very, very
really
cold gust of wind
blast.
just came in here. Jordan's to blame.
You
Hashtag
don't know what just
Jordan
happened.
off the
Just look
podcast.
right here, and you can tell the temperature difference. Because now
This
I am
tit-
attention. Hello.
This tit warmed
This
by
tit-
the
oh,
microphone
yeah,
arm.
there it is.
Sorry, so
But
sorry.
yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, the royal I don't know. The royal family thing is funny. They seem a lot more popular here than they are in England. Like we just,
I would imagine.
we
Yeah.
take the mick a lot out of them, and just generally think they're kind of just tax dodgers, really.
Yeah.
If only
and-
our politicians were well liked everywhere else too. That'd be nice. Shit.
And,
That sounds fun.
Although this whole thing, Prince Andrew's is kind of in trouble at the moment, and I have been really enjoying how the Brits have just been like ripping him a new one
Yes.
online, and that the Brits are good at swearing about the royal family, and I miss that. The people here are too nice about them, and I miss people just
We can do
just
that.
kind of hating on the royal family.
Yeah. Screw you guys.
Well, hold up.
No, I
Before
don't
we
know.
get,
I'm sorry.
I don't know what the British Secret Service look
Yeah,
like.
I don't know. Yeah, I take that all back. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, the Mounties, horrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, they look like Chris. Oh.
Oh my. This whole time, it's been Chris.
Steven's like, yeah, no,
Yeah,
they look
no.
like Chris. Do you guys want to? Oh wait. No, we're gonna go to hear some more music. I was like, that's my mincemeat
She
question. I
has
really
like
just
a-
want to
oh,
talk
no.
about pies some more. You guys ready to hear a couple more songs from Miss Sophia?
Yeah, couple more songs.
All right.
Give it up.
Okay, this is a song about my hometown of Birmingham. My hometown ain't much to brag about, but it made me the girl that I am. Oh, Birmingham, that's where my story began. An industrial town can bring people down, so we get our kicks where we can. If you're from Birmingham, then you'll understand. You work yourself to the bone, just building a home. I needed a getaway plan. I searched high and Christmas dinner play in my hand. Well, I have been told fortune favors the bold, but I feel like an also ran. Oh, Birmingham, baby, the girl that I am. So far from home, those memories seem different somehow. Now I long to be in those old city streets to see how my hometown looks now. Well, I struck a deal, I can change how I feel, and you'll always be part of my plan. Okay. I'm gonna try a really new song that I need the words for. This song was written about this a bartender. Me and my friend went for a vacation in Miami. She lives in Ireland, and Miami seemed like a good place in between her and Texas, so we ended up there. And we had a hilarious barman that when he saw a girl that he liked that came in, he'd be like, "That's my size." That was his thing, which made me laugh, and I thought, I'm gonna have that and write a song. So let's see what happens. Well, everybody's worried 'cause I stay home alone. If nobody turns my head, then my heart will turn to stone. But it's shooting in the dark and I'm just wasting my time. He's a needle in a haystack, the man that's just my size. And poor Jimmy was so nervous and his clammy hands would shake. His boring conversation, it was more than I could take. He had no sense of adventure, I'd have eaten him alive. And Jimmy was just too polite, I guess that's not my size. No, no, mama, I guess he's not the one. I didn't understand him and we didn't get along. I am looking for a fella to fit me just right. When I find him, hear me holler, well, that's my size. Well, now Kevin was so handsome, but boy, he knew it too. His lines a little too rehearsed, and I'm nobody's fool. Don't let his pretty face make you forget he lies. Yeah, Kevin was too cocksure, I guess that's not my size. No, no, mama, I guess he's not the one. I didn't understand him and we didn't get along. I am looking for a fella to fit me just right. When I find him, hear me holler, well, that's my size. trouble from the start. Only a crazy girl would give a guy like that her heart. That's rough around the edges, but he was completely wild. And Stephen was a bad boy, and I guess that's not my size. No, no, mama, I guess he's not the one. I didn't understand him, and we didn't get along. I am looking for a fella to fit me just right. When I find him, hear me holler, well, that's my size. I said, no, no, mama, I guess he's not the one. I didn't understand him, and we didn't get along. I am looking for a fella to fit me just right. When I find him, hear me holler, well, that's my size.
Ow.
Yes. That is my new anthem. That's amazing.
I love that you
that.
took something a dude said about a chick and you're like, no, this is mine.
Yeah.
Next.
That's great.
Guys, we're here with Sophia Johnson at the Hyatt
Hyatt,
Regency
Hyatt.
on the water.
Woo!
Thank you guys so much for being here. We are comedians interviewing musicians. If you're having a good time, please drop some money in those tiny buckets for Miss Sophia. And if you're having a really dope time and you want to come back and see us / feed us, you can join our Patreon right now at CIMP.live.
It smells really good in here right now.
I know, it's the
Yeah.
What is that?
fajitas.
It's so good.
They feed
farted
us.
earlier.
If you come, fajitas, they
Cool.
feed us. If you become a Patreon member, you also get fed. So thank you for that shameless fajita plug, because yes, God, they do smell really good. Yeah, join us for $1 a month. You do dumber shit with $1 a month. I can guarantee you.
God, I can't even begin to tell you.
Like, I don't want to brag, but I'm in all of your guys' rings, and I know what you guys are getting delivered on your porches. You could get better
Ooh.
shit. You could get...
I will show up on your porch.
It's Kim. It's Kim in a box.
Yeah.
It's Kim in a box. Okay.
It's my Kim in a box, yeah.
We are going to play a game. It's the new year. There's a lot of like firsts and lasts that occur in a new year because we're human beings. Time is a joke. I don't know.
There it is.
First and last. So we're going to play. It's like a weird version of truth or dare. It's either going to be, I'm going to ask you to answer a question about the first time you did something, or I'm going to have you show me the last something on your phone.
Oh. Okay.
This one will be fun. Don't worry. We all have insurance, right? We have insurance?
No.
Shit.
Should
okay.
I get my phone?
We're in America.
Yes.
We
The
have
budget
a
is zero.
budget.
Yeah, but you're right. We're not in England. We don't get. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
no,
fine.
No insurance or good curry. Let's go.
Ugh. All right. I'm going to ask you to tell me about the first time you ever got grounded or like in serious trouble with your parents. Or you can tell me the last time you disappointed your mom and dad.
Ooh.
Because some of the, like, the first time, like, why did you break that? Last time, why are you a comedian, Rebecca?
I don't know if I ever. This is so bad. I was such a goody two shoes growing up.
Aw.
That I didn't really used to really get into trouble.
So does that
I
mean you,
can't-
like,
and-
freaked out about the little things? Did you, like...
Yeah, I was like a scared kid. I was like scared
Yeah.
of the rules and scared
What
of
was
breaking
the scariest
rules.
part? Like
School. I used to get really stressed out about school and like always do my homework and never do anything wrong.
That still
And
stresses me out, and I'm not in school.
I still have an anxiety dream that I did not finish my philosophy dissertation and I did not get my degree.
Whoa.
I totally got my degree. I totally did the whole thing. It happened many years ago, but I still, to this day, have a anxiety dream that I didn't do. And specifically, I did joint honors English and philosophy at uni, and I graduated. I got a 2-1. I did fine, but I still have this dream that I didn't do the philosophy dissertation. I don't know why that part of it is so traumatic to me.
Why don't your dreams let that die?
I
That's
don't
so
know. It's
sad.
horrible. It's horrible, and I still will have it even now. Like
I just said that I still have that. I don't even go to school.
I never went to
I'm
school.
still freaking out. Yeah. What's
Okay.
a math?
I don't know if that's English. Okay. Oh, do you remember your first, like, most embarrassing moment as like a teen or a child? The first time you ever remember being super, super embarrassed, or the last text on your cell phone?
It's funnier if I tell the first time I remember being really, really embarrassed. I was doing a wedding gig, and I was about maybe I was about 19, and I was sick. I was really, really ill, and but the gig was well paid, you
Show
know.
must
So
go on.
even then,
Yeah,
you know,
go.
it was
Showgirl gotta eat.
Doctor Showbiz, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
We were on the break, and I was sitting at for some reason they let us. Sometimes at these events you're not allowed to like mix with the
weddings,
official
Yes,
people,
yeah.
the guests. You're like gotta go hide, and they put you in a darkened room during your
Yes.
break.
Yep.
With a band witch.
Let me pretend to be someone's cousin and get drunk for free. Jesus.
So for some reason they realized that they should have kept us away from the general public. And I was sitting there, and I was ill, and I felt like this huge sneeze coming on. And I sneezed, and like a huge, like, long snot came out of my nose. And I was like, oh my God. And I turned around, and the groom and the best man were like both like just looking at me with this look. And I was like, I grabbed like this really fancy napkin off the table and like got rid of it. But like, that.
They're like, that's her veil. Oh my God.
That, and I remember like being like, I'm never going to get over this. I have got over it now. I just told you about it. I don't really care anymore. But I remember at the time, and I was like 19, and I was like being employed by these people and just did like the grossest thing ever.
And you just showed them your insides.
Yeah.
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 That's fun.
And kind of like, I'm too sick to be here really, and I'm probably going to infect all your guests. And the whole thing felt bad. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
thought you
how
were
the
gonna say-
apocalypse happened.
Yes.
Absolutely.
The plague.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna like sneeze on the cake or something. I was like, ooh.
No, thankfully.
Well,
I thought it was
time.
going to come out the other end, to be honest.
That's where Kim's at.
And I was like, well, let's talk about my first time.
Well, these options would have been way worse.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
in retrospect, it wasn't that bad, but it did feel very bad at the
in
time.
the moment,
in the
it's always
moment,
like,
it was
I want to
horrendous.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
so long. It's never happened before or since. It was like, it came down to my lap. I was really ill.
you're like, someone should Shark Tank this. This seems to be a good chemical balance.
That woman just gave birth out of her face. Yeah.
Call National Geographic. Okay. The first time, well, this is, I guess, well, man, that's kind of similar. I was going to say the first time you messed up on, that's not messing up on stage. What was the first moment you realized you were in Texas? Like the first Texas moment or the last voice memo on your phone? Like, I say this because the first Texas moment, I got into an all-out screaming fight with someone about barbecue, and it's not my highest moment. It was not a good moment for me. It was an Uber driver. He was an asshole, and he got what he deserved. What?
Is he still alive?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not his keeper. I
God
don't
bless.
know.
Barbecue is serious here, apparently.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't joke about that.
Yeah. Can't joke about it. There's no funny.
I was doing a gig, I can't remember, out somewhere in East Texas, and we were having food like in between the sound check and the gig, and we were in like this crazy like middle of nowhere place, and we were in this little cafe, and the waiter was like, "What dressing do you want on your salad?" And I was like, "What have you got?" And he said, you know, like ranch, Italian, vinaigrette. I was like, what? Vinaigrette? What's granola? Granola? Like, what? And he was saying vinegar and oil, but he was like vinaigrette. All. Vinaigrette. And I thought he was saying like a granola dressing on this, and I was really weirded out. And then I said, what's vinaigrette? And he's like, looked at me and was like, it's when the vinegar and the oil come separately. I was like, oh.
Like, it sounds like you're
Vinegar
saying a
and
normal
oil.
sentence.
I've got you.
And then you just
have that.
stopped knowing how to say it at oil. It's like vinegar and oh. Like, what, where, why? Like, there's no accent. And then it's just like, how?
It was the weirdest accent I think that was like East Texas. Is Longview East
Yes.
Texas? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you
So-
just go ranch. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I should have
It's
just stopped at
fine.
ranch. He said ranch first, and
Yeah,
I
you
should have
should
been like,
just had it
fine,
stop there or
ranch,
whatever.
Yeah. Vinegar and all.
We're gonna know.
Oh
We're
no.
gonna know.
Oh.
That's good.
Wait, has anybody not ever been able to understand something from your accent here? Like,
Oh yeah, all regularly.
what's the worst/best? There's got to be good ones.
When I was like, can you get the torch up on your phone? And they were like, what? And then he was like, do you mean the flashlight? I'm like, not a flashing light, like a steady light. Like
Oh, that's
that was a
hilarious.
good moment of yeah.
She's
'cause-
got a torch.
Yeah, yeah. Torch means flashlight
Yeah.
to me. Yeah. Also, arugula in England is called rocket. That rocket. That was somebody who got very confused about that. And then other vegetables are like courgette is zucchini and aubergine is eggplant.
Yeah.
And those
one.
things.
Wow.
Aubergine.
We're learning a
Aubergine.
lot.
There's
Welcome
we use the
to-
French word.
yeah.
I don't know why English apparently hate the French, but we like their vegetables.
And United States, like,
Screw
you know
'em,
what
but we'll
it is?
take your
A
food.
cucumber. It's cuke. It's cuke because we are English. Cukes.
Can you
We stole it from people.
do an American accent?
No, not really. No.
No. Do you get pissed off when people do British accents? At
no?
you?
And it's a good job because everyone does it all the time around me. But no, I
fighting
don't
it
mind.
so
I
hard.
don't
I wanna-
mind at
yeah.
all. But I get asked if I'm Australian all the time, and it actually got written in the Chronicle twice. Australian guitar player Sophia Johnson.
Oh, Jesus.
And
That's
weird. When they say
Great.
that, what part of Australia are you from? I'm like, the part that's England.
None.
suck it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow.
But the other thing that's different is bits of the car, like the windscreen and the boot and the bonnet, which is
What's the boot?
the trunk.
The trunk.
All right. You know what?
It's the most logical
what,
thing.
Kansas? Okay.
Junk in the trunk, booty. That's
Okay.
context.
And we
clues.
say, you said something earlier, and we'd say on it like a car bonnet.
Like a car bonnet. See,
Yeah.
thank you.
All right. Well, I want to let you know that we're fighting really hard not to do British accents because we're both actors.
Wait, could you do like a Texas one? Like a draw?
Y'all's band is awesome.
Yes.
Okay, like no shade. Someone record that and send it to Kelly Green because that sounded like her. Like no shit. Did that not?
That's great.
Like, am I not crazy? That totally sounded like Kelly. You should impersonate Kelly. Oh my God, they have kind of the same haircut except Kelly has bangs. We could make a weird guitar duo. That's what we're doing with our time.
Wow. Write it down. With all the time that she has.
Yes, she has another gig to get
From
to.
the 300,000 gigs that she's done last year.
31 in December. Good
Yeah,
night
dang.
in heaven. That wraps up our fun first and last game. So
Yeah.
give.
I'm so glad I didn't have to get my phone.
No, you're good.
I know, right? It was more of like a veiled
She just
threat.
threw
We're here
it.
to get to know you.
That's perfect.
If you had an amazing time tonight, please tip Sophia. Please join us on Patreon. Ducats
Yep,
in the
Ducats
buckets.
in the
On it like a
bucket.
car bonnet. That's now what it is.
Yeah.
Thank you. Please, obviously, like and share our stuff. We are comedians interviewing musicians, sponsored by Music Firsthand. Download it. You know you want it. We would like to thank our sponsors, Austin
Austin
Eastsiders
Eastsiders, yes.
and New Stater Manufacturing.
Yes,
Thank you so
amazing.
much for everything
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
As well as the Hyatt for having us.
Yes.
Cannot tell you how much we appreciate this venue. It is super fun.
Make
Can't wait
sure
to get back on the
catch us-
patio.
Yeah. Make sure to catch us next week.
Caleb Mabry at Austin Eastsiders.
Yeah,
y'all. It's
Austin
gonna be fun.
Eastsiders. Make sure to RSVP on Eventbrite because if you
Yeah.
do that, you can win a T-shirt,
Holla
which
back.
we're gonna give away right now.
Ooh.
Hey. So William H. We don't know how to say.
Oh,
it.
Bill.
They didn't know how to
Bill.
write the last name because it's really hard to pronounce.
Oh my
and we're
God,
both
wearing
dyslexic.
the shirt with Flacco on it.
Hey! Well, here's another one for you. Another great T-shirt, and also Cole.
Cole.
Hey, we'll also want a T-shirt. So see Claudia and Allison after, and they'll get you a T-shirt. So
Super,
thank you
super
for
soft
signing
T-shirt.
up. So sign up and win T-shirts. It's great. And thank y'all so much
This has
for
been
coming out.
Episode 111.
Yes, 111.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Amazing.
Thank you.
You
Where
were
can we
a
see you?
huge
Where are you
delight.
playing?
At 10 o'clock at the White Horse on the east side tonight.
There we go.
And then my website, I do a lot, so check my website, which
Yeah.
is sophiajohnsonmusic.com.
Yeah.
Easy. Thank you.
Awesome.
Another
All around. I
huge
play
round
all
of
around
applause. She's going to play a couple more songs for the house. But we're going to cut the stream. Sorry, podcasters. But Kim, I love you. It's
I
going to be a
love
great
you.
2020. Cannot wait.
Cannot wait. 2020, not my vision. I wear glasses. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Good night.